What's up, guys? So we got another breakdown for you today, and let's get right into it. So he's fixing his gloves, and I'm going to try to throw a counter, but I'm going to throw it way too late. So this counter 3 would have worked if I threw it just a second earlier, but I threw it too late, so I had to eat the shot. You always want to pay attention to your opponent's feet. So right here I step in and I think I'm off the line, but I'm actually walking right into his power hand, as you could see. Now you'll see right here he does the right thing by stepping towards the outside of my lead foot. It actually puts him in a greater position. So right here you're going to see me take a step. When I step towards that direction, he needs to stand his ground and actually step forward with a 1-2. He could easily counter me with my head sticking out like that. So he keeps throwing that 1-1-2. He likes that 1-1-2. And he throws that 1-1-2 here. And instead of stepping back and throwing jabs like I did, I should be standing my ground and throwing a straight 2 right up the middle. And as you can see now, I'm trying to create the correct angle. And I'm actually moving my head now, which is good. You'll see I start to land more shots because of this. This is what you want to do, guys. You want to move around and create angles. So now you could see here he starts throwing really wide, which makes it really easy to see his punches coming. You know, just throwing wide haymakers. So you're going to see I make the right adjustment here by taking a step to the outside of his lead foot. The only thing I would say to my younger self is that it doesn't have to be such a big movement. So right here he enters my range and I'm stepping back. I shouldn't have stepped back like that. I should have stood my ground like before. Instead of stepping back and throwing those little jabs that weren't really doing anything, I should have stood my ground and threw a 2 right up the middle. Now right here I'm trying to feint with head movement so I could set up this 2. The problem right here is, just like I said earlier, it's too big of a movement. And because it's so big of a movement that you can literally see the distance between my head and his glove. I actually moved so much that the punch landed on his ear instead of on him. When you roll and slip punches, remember guys, you want to be centimeters, almost millimeters away from the guy's hand when you're rolling the punches. You don't want to be that far away with your head. Small movements. And the crazy part here is that I'm already past his lead foot, so I should be stepping out to the angle instead of stepping out all the way to the outside. Because now I'm just avoiding the fight, essentially. And now right here, guys, I'm starting to become predictable. I keep throwing that same 2, and I gotta start mixing up a little bit if I want to land punches on him. Any significance, at least. You've got to be able to make these adjustments real time in real fights, okay? So this is just something to take into consideration when training and sparring. And also, like I said, guys, never move straight back, and it's exactly what I'm doing right here. And I tried to throw that 2 at the end, and the problem with that, guys, is that I was not planted because I was moving backwards. When you're moving backwards multiple steps, you cannot transfer your weight like that and then be able to plant quick enough to return fire. So you always have to stand your ground and then return fire immediately. And funny enough, I do it right here, and that's exactly what I need more of, guys. Notice right here I actually stand my ground and then I counter, and boom, I knock his head back. That kind of stuff right there is going to get him to back off. That's what I need to throw more of, okay? Enough of this backing straight up for more than 1 or 2 steps. 1 or 2 steps max backing up, and then you have to create an angle or counter and fire back and move. So the problem you see here is that we're both just standing there too long. I don't know if we're both tired. We might both be tired, but we were standing there for way too long. You never want to stand in the same spot for more than like 3 seconds, especially when you're standing right in front of your opponent like both of us were. Now look, guys, said it before and I'll say it again. To my younger self, dude, you got to stop making these big movements, because look at that. Look at how off balance you are. When you make those big movements like that, you could be knocked off balance much easier, guys, I'm telling you. And a beautiful way to end the breakdown, guys. We got the counter 2, move out the way, dip, take the angle. There we go, guys. That's how it's done. That's what I should have been doing the entire time. So if you guys like content like this and you want to see more of it, then like, comment, subscribe, and share.